Hello and welcome to this PatchCableMgr video where we're going to be talking about changing the default database password on self-hosted environment. It's important to note that the self-hosted method of deploying PatchCableMgr comes with a default database password as pointed out in step 6 here. You can probably imagine how this doesn't agree with a lot of organizations' security policies, so it's important to change it. There are two ways of changing the default database password. The first being via the Docker file during the installation, and the second being via the admin console after the application has been installed. So first we're going to look at changing the default database password during installation. On the left-hand side of my screen here I have the self-hosted installation instructions found on PatchCableMgr.com, and on the right I have a Ubuntu server that has had all the upgrades done. It's got Docker installed and it's got Docker and Compose installed. Now we're ready to clone the repository, which I'm going to do by copy and pasting. Now we're going to go ahead and change directory into the repository that we just downloaded. And you'll notice a file called Docker Compose here. So we're going to use nano to open that up and edit it. And right away you'll see an environment variable named MySQL password. And here's the default password. So let's go ahead and change that. Hit Control S to save it, and Control X to exit out. And now we can give it the command sudo docker compose up. After the environment has started up, we're going to navigate to our PatchCableMgr application, and we should be safe to accept all of the default information put into the field, except for the database password. We're going to enter the password that we changed the Docker file to, and install it as usual. And now we're going to cover the second method for changing the database password, which is through the admin console. And this method is appropriate to change the password after the application is already installed. To access the admin console, we're going to open a new tab and access our server via HTTP on port 8080. To log into the admin console, change the server name to database, the username to PCMuser, and the password to whatever the current password is set to. Once you've logged in, click on Privileges and edit the PCMuser and set the password here. Go ahead and log in again to make sure that the password has taken effect. Now at this point, your application is effectively broken. If you try to navigate anywhere, you're going to get an access denied error. To fix that, we're going to log into our server via SSH, change directory to the application directory, and open the database info.php file in nano. You're going to need to open it with sudo because of permissions. You'll see that there's a variable down here for the database password, and that's one we need to change. So I'll change that to reflect the password that I just set in at the admin console. Hit Control S to save it and Control X to exit, and now we should be able to access the application again. And there you go. There are the two methods to change the default database password in PatchCableMgr. I hope you got something out of this video, and thanks for watching.